That morning began like any other, except Sarah's side of the bed was cold and empty. Usually, she'd leave a note, a small gesture that made the house feel alive. I love you. See you tonight. But today, there was nothing. No note, no warmth, just an odd, heavy stillness that filled the air. I tried calling her, assuming she'd just rushed out for work and forgotten. No answer. One call turned into 5, then 10. By noon, my chest felt tight with unease. I finally dialed her office. A co-worker answered, cheerful and oblivious, saying Sarah had left early, mentioning some urgent personal errand. Those words echoed in my mind like static. Personal errand? She hadn't said anything about that. Her phone still off, the silence stretching into something unbearable. I told myself little lies to stay calm. Maybe her battery died. Maybe she just needed space. But by evening, even the lies stopped working. The house felt colder now. I paced the living room, eyes locked on the dark, lifeless phone screen. I finally typed, "Are you safe? Please just answer me." No reply. No tick marks. Only silence. Then, at exactly 11 p.m., the front door creaked open. My heart leapt, relief flooding in before confusion took its place. She stepped inside, calm, composed, unnervingly distant. "Sarah, where have you been?" I asked, my voice shaking with exhaustion and fear. She looked at me, and there it was, a faint smirk. Not playful, not kind, just cold. "You know what?" she said softly, something unreadable flickering in her eyes. That look froze me. There was no warmth left in it, only detachment. "What's that supposed to mean?" I asked, but she brushed past me into the kitchen. I followed, frustration rising with every step. "Sarah, I'm serious. You've been gone all day. You think this is funny?" She didn't even turn around. "You're overreacting, David. I just needed time to think. I don't owe you an explanation for everything I do." Her tone hit harder than any argument ever could. For months, I noticed the distance, the late nights, the secret phone calls, the vague excuses. I wanted to trust her. I wanted to believe it was all in my head. But watching her now, so calm and cold, I finally saw the truth I'd been avoiding. "Think about what?" I asked quietly. She hesitated. "About us. About whether this marriage is even worth it anymore." The words hung between us, thick as smoke. My heart sank. "So that's what this is?" I whispered. "You disappear all day just to tell me you're thinking of leaving?" She didn't answer, just stared at the floor, tapping her fingers on the counter like she was waiting for the moment to end. "Maybe we rush into things," she muttered. That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay beside her, watching her face glow in the soft light of her phone. She was typing, smiling faintly at someone I couldn't see. I didn't ask. I didn't want to know. I was just tired. Tired of pretending. Tired of fighting for something already gone. The next morning, I made breakfast like always, though the silence between us was deafening. She didn't touch her food, just stood, grabbed her purse, and said flatly, "I'm meeting someone. Don't wait for me." Her tone didn't invite questions, but heartbreak, or maybe denial, pushed me to follow her later. I told myself I just wanted closure. I drove slowly, keeping my distance. She stopped at a park and stepped out. Then I saw him, a man waiting near the fountain. They talked. She laughed. Not the polite, empty laugh she gave me lately, but the real one, the laugh I fell in love with years ago. When he reached for her hand and she didn't pull away, something inside me broke completely. That evening, she came home to find me waiting at the dining table. My hands were steady now. My decision made. "Sarah," I said calmly, "I saw you at the park." Her expression crumbled, shock, guilt, and panic flashing all at once. "It's not what you think," she said quickly. "Please, just listen." I shook my head. "I've listened. I've waited. I've trusted. And I've forgiven more than you'll ever know. But I can't do this anymore." Tears welled in her eyes. "It wasn't what it looked like. I'm confused, David. I didn't mean to hurt you." I opened the drawer beside me and pulled out the envelope I'd prepared earlier that day. My voice didn't shake. "These are divorce papers," I said, setting them gently on the table. "I'm not doing this out of anger. I'm doing it because I need peace." Her hands trembled as she stared at the papers. "David, please don't do this. We can fix it," she begged, her voice breaking. I looked at her, this woman I once thought I'd grow old with, and felt nothing but quiet emptiness. "You made your choice the night you smirked at me," I said softly. "That was the moment you stopped being mine." Then I stood up and walked out of the house, the one we'd built together. Every step felt heavy, but the air outside was cleaner somehow. The silence that used to suffocate me now felt like peace. Not every ending is a punishment. Some are just truths we've avoided too long. And mine was simple. Love can survive distance, arguments, even time, but never betrayal and indifference. That night, for the first time in years, I slept alone,